to my channel. I am so happy you're here. Because I'm off work all week next week, I thought this would be the perfect time to start a new video, and I posted a poll on my Instagram story to let you pick my next video, and you chose a random number generator picks my reading time. So we're gonna do that. It's Saturday right now, so I'm planning on filming this from today till next Saturday, so 1 week. But I'm also thinking about doing a 24-hour readathon next week. We're gonna see how that works out, so maybe I'm just gonna skip that day because I'm gonna read anyway. The thing is, it's already 8:30 at night, so we're probably not gonna set the highest possible time too high. I think for the rest of the week I'm gonna do 1 to 8 hours, but I think today I'm just gonna do 1 to 4 hours because I'm not gonna be able to stay up any longer. I've been in kind of a reading slump. I haven't read anything for like the past 2 months. I finished like 2 books and I'm about 10 books behind my Goodreads challenge. And I know that that challenge is like not important, but it still bothers me. So hopefully doing this video I'm gonna catch up on my Goodreads goal and just get back into reading in general. I feel like the lighting is changing constantly right now. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so I put 1 to 4 hours and we're gonna generate. Perfect. It's just 1 hour today. That is great because I feel like I probably have to get back into reading pretty slowly and not overwhelm myself right at the start. So yeah, I already know which book I'm gonna pick up because I'm kind of in the middle of it. I'm currently in the middle of Zeilenflüstern by Kira Kroh. This is a German book by a German author, and I went to see the author a couple of weeks ago and she was just the sweetest, and I also got my book signed. I'm only like 60 pages in, so not that far into it yet, but I'm enjoying it so far. So on the back it says his voice means everything to her until she meets him. This book is about Clara, who likes to listen to one specific audio narrator, and she doesn't know anything about him because he's hiding his identity in public, so nobody knows who he is. And Clara works for a marketing agency, and then that guy who she likes to listen to gets hired by that agency, and it's just about the two of them meeting and probably falling in love. What's also very interesting is that the female main character's parents are deaf, but she is hearing. So it's very interesting to learn about that, and how she feels like she doesn't fit into either the hearing community or the deaf community. So that is a pretty big part of this book. I'm just gonna set my timer for an hour now. I don't really have any specific reading plans for the upcoming week. I'm also reading Fine Line by Kai Stevens on my Kindle right now. That is the second book in the Coastal University series. I've read the first and the third book, but I somehow haven't read the second book, so I just started that a few days ago, but I'm only like 5% into that one. So that's also a book I would like to finish this week. But other than that, I don't really have any specific reading plans. I haven't set a TBR for June because I just didn't read at all, so I also don't have a set TBR. So I'm just gonna mood read, which is also very fun. Sunday. It's already 4:30. I slept in pretty late until like 1 p.m. And I didn't really do anything today. I was just in bed scrolling through TikTok, and I just made some pancakes. Yeah, but I thought I would pick the time I will read for today now. I didn't talk to you last night, but I did read for 1 hour. I've read to page 100 of Zeitflüstern, and I feel like I have to get a new Kindle soon because it's falling apart. And I also read to page 36 of Fault Line. I think I have to do 1 to 4 hours again today because I'm gonna go out with some friends tonight because Germany is playing in the European Championship again. So we're gonna leave in like 3 hours. So I'm just gonna do 1 to 4 hours again. And then from tomorrow on, I'm gonna do 8 hours a day. Okay, so I'm gonna do a screen recording again. 2 hours. That's manageable. I definitely do want to read some more of Zeitflüstern, but I also have to do my nails because they look disgusting. And so I'm probably also gonna listen to some of my audiobook. I mean, it's my challenge, so I can technically make the rules. But do you count audiobooks as reading time? Yeah, right? I'm currently listening to The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. This is the second part in the Dirty British Romance series. I'm not enjoying it that much. I didn't really like the first book. I gave it 2 stars, and now I'm listening to the second part. And I'm liking it a little better, but still not that much because I haven't read a lot of books by Talia Hibbert, but the Brown Sisters trilogy is one of my favorites, so I'm kind of disappointed by this one. But I think I'm gonna read for like an hour in my physical book and also listen to an hour of my audiobook. And also, look at my shirt. I'm obsessed. I've been watching the Eras Tour live streams for the past few days, and I feel like London really won with the surprise songs. Like, I was about to bawl my eyes out when I saw the mashups from the last couple of days. And I'm kind of afraid what's gonna happen tonight, because tonight's the last show in London, and I feel like something is gonna happen. I feel like I'm probably clowning so bad again, but there are so many signs that she's gonna announce Rep TV tonight. I mean, she's probably not, but I'm just gonna be delusional and think that she will. Hello friends, and happy Monday. It's almost 1 p.m. already. I didn't wake up too late this morning, but I was just in bed scrolling through TikTok for hours. So I haven't really done anything. My cousin is gonna come over soon, and until then I definitely have to clean up my apartment because it's a mess. But other than that, I don't really have any plans today, so I am going to change the options on the number generator thing to 1 to 8 hours. Hopefully I'm not gonna get 8 hours because I would have to read pretty much all day today. But I guess we're gonna see. I'm gonna screen record again. 1 to 8, generate 6 hours. Well, that's gonna be fun. I feel like I'm not really ready. I didn't update you yesterday because we went to watch the championship game. And it was really fun. But I ended up finishing my audiobook during my 2 hours yesterday, and I didn't enjoy it. I think I'm gonna rate it 2 stars, and that is still a pretty nice rating. Maybe I'm just gonna rate it 1 star, but I always feel so mean rating books 1 star. Especially Talia Hibbert, because she's just the sweetest soul ever. But I'm just gonna think about that for a minute. But since I do have to clean up the apartment now, I think I'm gonna pick out a new audiobook so I can start my timer while cleaning. And then I also definitely want to read some more of Crown of Midnight today. I'm buddy reading this with my friend, and we always read 10 chapters and then talk about it. And we've read the first 10 chapters like 2 months ago, I feel like. And she just texted me this morning that she's read the next 10 chapters, so I have to catch up and read to chapter 20 today. So that's definitely something I want to do. And I mean, 6 hours is a pretty long time, so I'm also gonna read some more of Zeitflüstern. I didn't read any more of that one yesterday, so I'm still on page 100. But we're gonna see. I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood for my audiobook. I have A Very Typical Family by Sierra Godfrey on Libby. I'm not sure what that book is about. Oh, it's a contemporary woman's fiction. I feel like I'm not in the mood for that. I also don't really know what genre I'm in the mood for. Maybe a thriller to change things up because I have a fantasy and a romance. But I don't know. Today's just like a summer day. So do I really want to listen to something depressing? I have finally decided on an audiobook. I'm gonna listen to The Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. I'm not sure if you can see that. I don't really know anything about it. I somehow thought it was a thriller, but apparently it's a romance. It says, since the death of his twin brother, Oliver is caught between pleasing his fans and finding himself. Emery finds him first. I mean, it sounds pretty good. So.
This is on.
I didn't get far into the audiobook because my cousin came over like half an hour later. So I'm only on chapter 2, but she just left and I have to do some laundry now and still clean up my apartment. So I'm just gonna put my headphones back on and keep listening to The Mixtape. I'm not at the point yet where the 2 main characters meet, but so far it's pretty good. I mean, it's very sad because the main character's brother just passed away. But it's very good. I'm enjoying it. And when I'm done with cleaning up my apartment, I'm gonna sit down and read some of Crown of Midnight. Already 1:30 a.m. and I still have some reading time left. Unfortunately, my phone just died, so I don't know how long I have to read for exactly, but I think it was about 2 hours, so I'm just gonna set a new timer for 2 hours. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if I can stay up that long. I'm on chapter 12 of Crown of Midnight, And I definitely want to finish the chapters today, so to chapter 21. And then we're just gonna see how tired I am. Right now, I'm fine. Like, I'm not sure if I can stay up for 2 more hours, but I can definitely stay up for a little while longer. And if I won't be able to finish my reading time today, I'm just gonna read for a little longer tomorrow. It's about half an hour later and I still have 1.5 hours left on my timer. I only got a few pages into Crown of Midnight. I'm on page 110 right now, which is chapter 14. But I'm getting really tired and I can't really focus right now. Happy Tuesday. It's already 7:30 p.m. And I'm kind of failing this challenge. But I just got back from my friend's house and we did our nails and they turned out so pretty. I have some strawberries and some bows on them and also my thumb. Why isn't it focusing? But I'm obsessed. Usually I only have like pink nails, like super boring, so that's a little out of my comfort zone, but I'm obsessed. Since it's already 7:30, I'm not gonna be able to do 1 to 8 hours of reading because I would have to stay up until like 4 a.m. So I think I'm just gonna do 1 to 4 hours again. And then I also have my 1 hour left from yesterday. So we're gonna see how that turns out. 1 to 4 hours. And I'm gonna generate 2 hours. That's fine. So I'm gonna read for 3 hours tonight. Well, 3 hours and 20 minutes. But that's definitely possible. Maybe I'm not gonna fail this challenge after all. Just finished the chapters of Crown of Midnight I wanted to read today. I'm now on page 166, which is chapter 21. I'm probably gonna continue reading this tomorrow. I have 37 minutes left on my timer, and I think I'm gonna listen to my audiobook now while I get ready for bed. And then I will just read some more on my Kindle in bed until the timer is done. Is that how you say that? Anyways, it's almost 3 a.m. so I'm definitely getting tired. I don't have a lot of plans tomorrow. I just have to get groceries, so it doesn't really matter when I go to bed, but I'm still getting pretty tired, so I'm excited to sleep. I can't really tell you anything about Crown of Midnight because it's the second or third book in the Throne of Glass series, and I don't want to spoil you if you haven't read it yet. But so far, I'm definitely enjoying it, but not as much as the Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass. Maybe that's still gonna change. And I feel like that's also just because I started reading this a couple of weeks or even months ago, and now I'm slowly getting back into it, so maybe that's also a reason why I'm not enjoying it as much as the other two books. But for my audiobook, the mixtape, I'm loving it so much. It's just so cute. I love the two main characters, Emery and Oliver. They're just the sweetest people ever. And Emery is a single mom, and seeing Oliver connect with Emery's daughter is it's just the sweetest thing ever. But I do recommend checking out the trigger warnings before picking up this book, because there are some very heavy topics discussed. So definitely be sure to check out the trigger warnings. Good morning, friends. I did end up finishing my reading time last night. It's already 12 p.m. but I just got kind of ready for the day, and I'm about to leave to get groceries, but I thought I'd generate my reading time for today first, because if I do get a high amount of hours, I'm gonna bring my headphones with me so I can listen to my audiobook. And I think I am going to do 1 to 8 hours today, because I don't really have any plans other than getting groceries. So I could technically read all day, and it's supposed to get really hot outside today, so I don't really want to do anything anyway. So I think we're gonna do 1 to 8 hours, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna record my screen and generate. Well, well, I guess we're gonna read for 7 hours today. I'm definitely gonna bring my headphones with me. I also definitely want to read some more of Crown of Midnight today, and I want to get further into Silent for the Stun. I forgot my headphones at home, so I didn't end up listening to my audiobook while getting groceries, but I just listened to about an hour of it while putting everything away. And now I'm gonna sit down and read the next 10 chapters of Crown of Midnight. I now have 6 hours left of my reading time today. I don't have a lot of my audiobook left. 2 hours. But 1 hour since I listened to it in 2 times speed. And I'm obsessed with it. I feel like I think it's gonna be a 4 or 4.5 star rating. Like I mentioned before, the main character Emery has a daughter, and Reese, so her daughter is it's just the cutest. And the way Oliver and Emery help each other through their struggles is, I've just been swooning. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of darker topics, so it's definitely not a lighthearted rom-com, but I feel like that just makes it even better because you really get to know the characters, and you can really feel the connection between Emery and Oliver, and that's just something that not every author is able to do. So I can definitely recommend that book. I'm not sure what to think about Crown of Midnight. I talked to my friend this morning who I'm buddy reading this with, and she also said that she feels like it's pretty slow at this point, at least compared to The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass. And it's very politics heavy right now. I mean, I did know that before going into that series, that it's not gonna be that romance heavy as ACOTAR. But maybe I was just too tired the past 2 days while reading this. Maybe I just didn't get it. So hopefully now that it's earlier in the day and I'm more awake, I'm gonna enjoy it more. I still have 4 hours left on my timer and it's almost 9 p.m. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I finished my audiobook, so I finished the mixtape by, by Brittany Cherry, and I think I'm gonna rate it 4.5 stars. It was really, really good. If I would have read it physically, I probably would have rated it 5 stars. But audiobooks are just, I think I can't really focus completely on audiobooks, so maybe I have to reread it at some point and read it physically. I just picked out a new audiobook. I'm gonna listen to Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. I'm probably butchering that name. But this is a thriller, and it's about two families who don't know each other, and they are forced together on a long weekend gone terribly wrong. And then I definitely want to finish my chapters. I'm on page 194 now, and I want to read to page 237 today. And then we're gonna see what book I'm gonna do next. I don't want to spoil this book for you if you haven't read the Throne of Glass series and plan on reading it at some point. But I mean, you probably know that I'm a romance girly, and I'm just living for the romance plot right now. Like, I'm eating every single little romance detail up. It's kind of sad. I should probably focus on some other parts of this book as well, but it's just the cutest. I mean, I guess that it isn't a spoiler if I read this sentence to you, because you don't really know who that is about. But it says, the kiss obliterated her. It was like coming home or being born or suddenly finding an entire half of herself that had been missing. That's just so cute. Please ignore the way I look right now. I just got ready for bed, but it's 1:30 and I have about 45 minutes left on my timer. I'm gonna head to bed now because I'm getting really tired. I listened to about 50% of my audiobook and I'm enjoying it. I don't really know what's going on right now, so I don't really have any theories, but it's really entertaining and I'm excited to keep listening to it tomorrow. But I'm just gonna read for about 40 more minutes in bed. I'm just gonna read my book on my Kindle, which is Fault Line, I think. I still haven't finished my chapters of Crown of Midnight, but I'm just gonna do that tomorrow. Hi friends. I started filming this video like a month ago, and then I just stopped. I started editing it this morning, and I realized that I only filmed it for like 5 days, I think. So we technically still have 2 days left, and I would like to upload it. So I'm just gonna do the 2 days now. It's Saturday right now, so I'm gonna do it today and tomorrow, so that I finally have a video to upload again. It's already July 20th. And I'm so behind on my TBR. So hopefully I'm gonna get more than like 1 or 2 hours today so that I can catch up on my TBR. It's 12 p.m. right now. I think I am going to do 1 to 8 hours. We're just gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna generate now. 6 hours. That is manageable, I think. Hopefully. Probably, right? I do have some stuff to do around the apartment today. I want to do some laundry because it's really hot outside today, so it's gonna dry pretty quickly. I also have to take out the trash because I got so many packages lately because I needed so much stuff for my apartment. So I'm gonna start by listening to my audiobook. I'm currently listening to Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice by Al Cazimano. Is that how you pronounce her name? But this is the 4th part of the Finlay Donovan series, and I'm 56% into the book. I finished listening to Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice, and I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Since it's the 4th book in a series, I'm not gonna tell you what that book is about, but every book has like a murder mystery going on, and all of the books also have some comedy and some romance aspects, and it's just really entertaining. I can definitely recommend picking it up if you haven't yet. And then I also started listening to None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I'm just 3% into it. But this is a psychological thriller about a woman who finds herself in the subject of her own popular true crime podcast. So it sounds really good, and it also has a really high rating on Goodreads. It has over 500,000 ratings and an average of 4.13, so that's really high. So I'm excited to get further into this one. I have about 3 hours and 15 minutes left on my timer. I'm gonna lay in bed for a while now because I'm not feeling great somehow. I'm not sure why. But I'm gonna pick up Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter. I've been reading this one for almost a month, and I'm really enjoying it, so I don't get why I haven't finished it yet. But I'm on page 190. But this is about a murder case that gets picked up by a true crime TV show, and you're following the people in this show trying to figure out what happened 20 years ago with that murder case, and you also have to try to figure it out yourself. So this is like really fun. It mostly consists of transcripts of the show, but it also has like text messages, voicemails, and also like newsletter articles and maps and all of that fun stuff. So it's a really entertaining read. Just finished reading Murder in the Family, and I'm honestly shook. I'm not gonna go into detail about this book because there were so many plot twists and things uncovered. Like, it was honestly insane at some point. And my main suspect wasn't actually the murderer, but the person that ended up being the killer was definitely on my suspect list. So I wasn't too far off. But if you just are in the mood for something different, I can definitely recommend this one. It was really fun to follow all of the characters uncover stuff and finding everything out yourself. It was just a very cool experience, so I'm happy that I finally finished this book. I have 23 minutes left on my timer. I'm gonna take a break from reading right now because 1 week from now I'm gonna see Taylor. Like, what the actual fuck? But I'm gonna take a break from reading because I have to make some friendship bracelets. I only have 7 so far, and I want to have at least 20. So I'm gonna put on some booktube, I think, and just make like 2 or 3 bracelets hopefully. And then I want to move on to Zeitflüstern by Kira Kroh. I think I've talked about this book a couple of times now, so I'm not gonna go into it again. I'm still not that far into it. I'm on page 172, so I have about 300 pages left. Depending on how much reading time the generator will pick tomorrow, maybe I could finish this one. Probably not, but we're gonna see.
Zoology, inheritance games, icebreaker series, Miss Will Guthrie in the middle of TV one day, Daughter of No World, The Atlas Six, Throne of the Fallen.
Good morning, friends, and happy Sunday. It is 9:30 a.m. I've been up for like half an hour maybe. But since my friend is coming over at noon, I thought I'd pick my reading time now so I can plan out my day a little better. So I'm gonna do 1 to 8 hours again. Let's generate 5 hours. I think I can do that. I've been reading for about an hour. I have 4 hours left on my timer. And I'm now on page 218. So I'm almost halfway through. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of bored. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, but I feel like it's just way too long. It has 450 pages. And in my opinion, that's just too long for a romance book. And like I said, I'm almost halfway through. And they just now start talking to each other. Like nothing has happened yet. It's definitely a slow burn. I'm not sure if I'm like the biggest slow burn person, so I'm kind of bored. But it's already 11 a.m. So I'm gonna get up now and get ready. And I'm probably gonna listen to None of This Is True. I'm only 2% in, so I don't really have an opinion on it yet. Hi friends, I kind of failed my challenge yesterday because my friend was over and then another friend came over, so I just didn't really have time to read because I had to work all day today, so I couldn't go to bed that late last night. So I still had like 2 hours left today, but I did listen to my audiobook for about 2 hours, so I just finished the time I had left yesterday today. So I kind of completed it. But I did finish listening to None of This Is True by Lisa Joel, and I'm not really sure what to think about it. I did binge it. I mean, it was an audiobook, but I did pretty much listen to it in one sitting. And I did really enjoy it, and there were a lot of plot twists that I didn't expect, but I didn't absolutely love it. Like, I'm probably gonna rate it like 3.5 stars, 3.75, something like that. I didn't get a lot further into Zeitflüstern, so I don't really have anything to update you on with that book. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. I mean, it was kind of a fail because I did it in the span of about a month, and that wasn't the plan, so... But I'm proud of myself. I still finished filming it and reading for that long every day. And I feel like it got me back into reading. It was a very slow progress, but it did get me back into reading, so I'm very happy about that. And I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!